What's up, everyone? We are live at 5. It's Thursday, they tell me, September 26th. We are right here in the heart of Times Square, can't you tell? At Broadway.com headquarters, I'm Paul Wontorek.
I'm Beth Stevens.
And we're joined, as always, by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Hello. And hey, Beth.
Yes.
You know, there's an acting dynasty
I did know that.
known as the Muellers.
The Muellers.
Known as the Muellers. We've had other Muellers here.
We have at the same time, even.
Yes, but we finally have Matt Mueller here.
Hey!
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
The most magical Mueller of all.
Oh, especially with his current gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Ron Weasley. But we'll get to him, but first today's top 5.
And we found out who is helping bring Girl from North Country to Broadway.
Yay, we have our first round of casting. That means there will be more. This is initial casting for the Conor McPherson Bob Dylan musical, Girl from the North Country. Bob Dylan music was already written. He didn't come to rehearsal. Okay.
If Mark Kudish isn't on the list, stop the show.
Starring Mark Kudish.
Thank you.
Who's currently in the Great Society. He's going to do double duty on Broadway this season. Mayor Whittingham, Luba Mason, Colton Ryan, Caitlin Houlihan. There's a whole list of people.
They were all at the public.
They were all at the public. One difference is that the role of Nick Lane, which was played off-Broadway by Stephen Bogardus, will be played by J.O. Sanders on the Broadway. It begins at the Belasco Theater February 7th, and opening night is set for March 5th. And I really enjoyed this show.
I missed it off-Broadway, so I'm
fantastic.
excited.
It's fantastic.
And a whole bunch of Disney magic is going to happen, and I need to be there.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Sounds
So
good.
we've been talking a lot about the fact that it's Disney Theatrical's 25th anniversary, right?
Sure is.
It's been a thing all year.
It's a thing,
And right
yeah.
now we're doing a whole character study series. I know we're going to talk about it after, but we have one just went up. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
talk about it.
Anyway,
We'll get there.
there's going to be a special concert on November 4th at the New Amsterdam, home of Aladdin. And this is benefiting Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. And it's called Celebrating 25 Magical Years of Disney on Broadway.
What a
On the
nice
nose.
title.
On the nose, Beth. But listen to this lineup. Jelani Aladdin, Sierra Boggess, Heidi Blickenstaff, Susan Egan, Adam Jacobs, Beth Level, Cara Lindsay, Ashley Park, Krista Rodriguez, Michael James Scott, and more. Everybody except a Mueller. No Muellers.
Yet.
But everyone else.
You never know.
There's a lot of people on this
Never
list.
know.
A lot of people. And then also a reunion of Newsies stars. What?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're all like older now.
They'll have kids now.
Of course.
Anyway, it's November 4th, 8 p.m. at the New Amsterdam, and it's going to be fun. And it's a benefit, and we love all those people, and we love Disney.
And these two icons are working together again for the first time in 36 years.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow, let's do a little
What a
history.
build-up.
Let's have a little history lesson. We're talking about Christine Baranski and Cynthia Nixon,
Come on.
who will
Okay.
play sisters, hold on, in Downton Abbey Mastermind's new HBO drama, The Gilded Age. Now, they both have Tonys,
Okay.
but in 1984, they were both in a play called The Real Thing.
Real thing, yeah. And speaking of double duty, isn't that the one where...
That's right. So Cynthia Nixon then
was
went
literally in
2
two
blocks
shows at
away.
the same time.
She was in Hurly Burly. She was in one act of one play and the other act of the other play. They were both directed by Mike Nichols.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she was 17.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She's no longer 17, but she's now got a, Tony. She's got 2 Tony Awards. And I can't believe they're playing sisters now. Look how things change. Let me tell you what it's about. It's centers on the orphan daughter of a Southern general who moves in with her aunts, or aunts if you're Paul, in 1880s New York City and is thrust into high society. And it's written by Julian Fellows, who has 2 Broadway credits of his own, Mary Poppins, and of course School of Rock. He wrote the book for
There you
both
go.
of
That's
them.
like Downton Abbey, which
Yeah, I'm just
is a big
saying
hit
Broadway.
right now in movie
I'm
theaters.
bringing in the Broadway. We already knew that. We
Okay,
said
yeah,
Downton
focus on
Abbey.
Broadway. Cool.
Those are 2 of our favorite people, so that'll
All
be
right.
fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And even more Disney news.
Oh.
Disney Day.
Oh, because it's the 25th anniversary of
Wait,
this.
wait, really? It's the 25th.
So
Okay.
they're doing Little Mermaid live! Exclamation point.
Thank you.
Isn't this like a concert? I don't really understand what this is
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like a
It's
live
a concert event, kind of,
at
on
Disney.
November 5th on ABC at 8 p.m. And we just found out John Stamos will play Chef Louis. And Graham, not Louis from Sunny the Park with George. Everybody loves Louis.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
That's Beth's musical theater.
That's true.
Yeah.
I have my-
Graham Phillips will play Prince Eric. Now, Graham Phillips, I actually met him
Did you?
backstage at Tootsie. And I was like, and they introduced him, and I was like, oh my God, Grant Phillips from 13
I knew
on
you were gonna say
Broadway.
that.
Wow.
But he's a very handsome adult now.
He's an
And
adult.
he's
That was a while
playing
ago.
Prince Eric. So that's exciting. I'm into that. And John Stamos, of course, was on Broadway in Bye Bye Birdie, The Best Man, 9, Cabaret, and How to Succeed. It's been a while, John Stamos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of miss you. He's a really nice
Just
guy.
just kind of. miss him,
Also,
just
by
kind
the
of.
way, when you see him in person, like so striking as he doesn't make sense. Anyway.
No, yeah, you can't take your eyes off him.
And more recently, of course, Grant Phillips is on The Good Wife on TV, so he's kind of more
So
famous for that now than for 13. But also in this little production, how do you say her name? Have some confidence. From Moana.
Aluika.
Oh my God.
I don't want
We
to
need
say it
our
wrong.
research. She's Ariel. Queen Latifah's Ursula. Shaggy. Really? Is Sebastian? Anyway,
Yeah. Oh,
it's
Shaggy
it's a whole thing.
Sebastian.
It's a whole thing. Check it out.
And we're giving you guys an exclusive first look of this off-Broadway show that has already announced a 3-week extension.
Well, I keep hearing that
This is
show
going to be
the thing.
awesome. We're talking about The Wrong Man, which was, it's opening October 7th, so they've already announced a 3-week extension. Usually they do this sort of week by week, but when you got it, you
Nope.
got it. We have our first look with 3-time Tony nominee
When you
Joshua
got it, flaunt it.
Henry Flountett.
Flaunt it.
It was originally supposed to, I'm just ignoring you now. It was originally supposed to close on October 27th. It will now run through November 17th, so you have more time to see this, featuring book, music, and lyrics by Ross Golan, directed by Thomas Kail. And that looks amazing. It's going to be good. We
Yeah.
have some more things on the site, Paul.
Yeah, so Jonathan Freeman, who has been playing the character of Jafar for 28 years in different ways, he led us into his dressing room to do a very special character study. I had a really good time producing that with him. Also, we have some photos of Freestyle Love Supreme. We just had 2 of the stars here yesterday.
Yes.
What else? Bronx Tales going on tour, and Joanne Jackson.
He has
All
his new
about the
vlog.
bass
That's
vlog.
right. And he has a bunch of special guests, so make sure you tune in.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
look
cool.
at his
He's over
vlog.
at Ain't Too Proud, of course. Okay. Thank you so much, Beth. But
Thank
there's-
you.
there's
There's
a
some
Mueller.
magical
There's a
people here,
Mueller. Hey, Caitlin, tell us about which Mueller's here.
Yes, hello. We have Mr. Matt Mueller here with us in the studio today. He's making his Broadway debut as the Ron Weasley in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's awesome. His other stage credits, he's done so much. I was making a list. He's done so much. But a few blips of his stage credits include The Taming of the Shrew, Julius Caesar, Merry Wives, Man of La Mancha, Peter and the Starcatcher, multiple productions at the Utah Shakespeare Festival. I'm sensing a Shakespearean theme here. A lot of Shakespeare. Make sure you follow Cursed Child US on social media to stay up to date on the cast and what Matt and all of those people are doing on stage and off. And please leave all of your questions in the comments below. Everyone, please welcome Matt and Paul.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Hello, Matt Mueller.
Hello, how are you?
So you're not on the social media.
No,
Not really?
Not currently.
Not really?
Not currently,
No.
really.
It's like
on
your
the,
sister
on the
Jessie
social
Mueller.
media.
Abby Mueller's on the
She
social-
is.
She's on-
Yes,
she's
she
on it.
is.
Yes.
She's doing a great job.
Yeah,
She's doing a great job at it.
You're too elusive.
What is my problem?
Keep the magic.
No, I did. I did it. I was on it. I have been on it.
Okay.
I have been on it.
Been
I
on
was
it.
on it for a while. And then it was one of those things. Like I like all that stuff for the fun things and the seeing kids' babies and funny
Yeah.
stuff and beautiful things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I found that there seemed to be less and less of that and more of other stuff that sort of made me angsty and uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
yeah, it can get stressful.
So that's why I'm not on it right now. But
Okay.
I do sort of, the unfortunate thing is that I do kind of miss out on some of the fun, terrific things that I like.
I'm sure you have like a secret name and you're just like looking at people's photos sometimes.
I could.
I always
hashtag
wonder,
keep the
do people
secrets. I
lurk?
couldn't tell
Do
you if
people
I did.
lurk like on Instagram? Are there
yeah, you
lurkers?
can lurk.
Oh, people
Oh, yeah.
love.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
look at, listen. It's some people's job.
This is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this huge mega smash hit that you are now starring in.
It's great.
Come on.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Yeah.
How did you find out you got the gig? You were part of the new cast that came in. When was that?
Yes,
When
year
did you
2.
start?
We started performances in March.
Okay.
We started performances in March of
Yes.
this year, and started rehearsal in December. We
Right,
pushed it
I
for,
know. It
like-
was a crazy long
Yeah.
rehearsal process
It was great.
for the
it was-
cloakography and
I do very little cloakography,
bit.
which is there is a lot of cloakography.
Yeah.
It's very true.
yeah.
But no, I mean it was like it was going to Hogwarts. We went to Hogwarts for 3 months, and then then showed everybody. It was great.
How-
It is great. It's
Did you audition a lot for it? How did this come your way?
I-
You're Ron Weasley. Of course,
I'm Ron
everyone knows
Weasley.
You're the adult version.
yeah, I'm Ron.
Everybody loves Ron.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Ron's great. I do love Ron.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites. I auditioned initially in Chicago.
okay.
They had come through. It was funny. They came through, and I got a call from my agent saying, "This is what's happening. They're going to see a bunch of people." I was like, "Yeah, Harry Potter? Anyone see me from Harry Potter? Great. That sounds like a great
Because it was already a
time."
big hit on Broadway.
Because it was right. And
Right,
it's like,
okay.
yeah, because I'm sure it's like anything else. It's like they have to see people at certain times. So I was like, that sounds like a lot of fun. There's no way, because who would want to ever leave that job?
Right.
So went in Chicago, got to meet some of the. It was that first entree to all the sort of the world that we're now a part of, and we got used to and got to sort of celebrate and experience with Stephen Hoggett's movement, and because that was all part of the initial audition and doing the counting and the jumping and all that stuff. Sort of like everybody had a chopstick that was a wand, and it was just really, really cool. So, and getting to do it in Chicago with like a bunch of people,
right.
because it was like a dozen people at a time.
Okay.
So you had your like little family for the 90 minutes you were in the movement call, and then got to read whatever.
And you knew
had.
people. Well, the Chicago theater scene is a real.
Yeah,
family.
it was fabulous. It was like you get to do it with a bunch of your friends, and then say see you later, and I'll never hear about this ever again.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because my agent was like, "Oh, well, they're not going forward with any of this." I was like, "Obviously, it's Harry Potter. Who wants to stop doing Harry Potter?" And then a couple weeks later, I got another call saying, "Actually, I think I actually have that voicemail still on my phone."
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's cool. I'll save it.
Sure.
Saying, actually, they do want to see you again. Can you get to New York? I said, yeah. So did that, and then got to meet everybody, which was very cool. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself because I've said this before, but the audition process for this has been and probably will remain one of the best audition processes ever. Like really, truly, because it was the team in charge. There's so much love for the piece and what it is and the people who are involved in it.
Yeah.
And that's just it was very apparent from the get-go when you walked into the room.
Right.
And it's just a great vibe to have.
Yeah.
Everybody's there for the same reason. Everybody's excited to see you and what you're going to bring. So it was always great. And I still never thought anything would happen. So did that, came out here, like got to see my sisters, It's like, go to New York, see your family.
Yeah, we know them.
Go home, see the rest of your family. It's great. It's great.
Great.
They're all over the place. And then I was out on a road trip. I had finished a gig and I was on a road trip out west. And I think I was coming back.
Okay.
I had been out in Utah and Colorado and stuff, and was like in the middle of Wyoming.
You seem like an outdoorsy guy.
Thanks.
Are you?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay. So you were out doing that.
I was out doing that, and I
And
was
Showbiz came calling.
And I just pulled. It was like the middle of October, and it was sleeting about like 7,000 feet.
Wow.
In Wyoming somewhere, and I was like, I gotta get gas, and I just pulled off, and I got a call from my agent. So I was like, okay, and so I went into the rest stop, into the Circle J or Big T, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Pull into the truck stop, and then proceeded, because I was on the phone, just proceeded to sort of walk around the truck stop, like looking at air fresheners and stuff while I was talking, be like, no, great, that sounds great. That's very cool. Like trying to figure out if I could check out and be like, nope, still on the phone. So just kind of wandering around. It was really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, middle of Wyoming, great.
So what do you love about adult Ron? What's Ron Weasley like? A lot of people come into this play. It's very exciting how it sort of leaps forward.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling, of course, helped create this new story with Jack Thorne, right?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
What is this? What is this guy like? What is Ron as an adult like?
And
a parent.
Yeah, and a parent.
Yeah.
2 times over. What's so wonderful, I think, is that he's the same. They're all these same people that we fell in love with in the books.
And did you fall in love with them in the books?
I did. I did. So I read all of them except the last one.
Okay.
back in the day, sort of after that, because I came to it in college.
Okay. Right.
And then once this all happened, so remember that in the audition, they'd be like, "You familiar with the books? You know, you read?" I was like, I didn't read the last one.
I didn't read the last one.
But I read the play, so no, it happens.
Right.
But so once we started rehearsal, I went back and started again and read all of them.
Okay, cool.
Which was a very cool thing.
Yeah.
But they are these people that we love, that we have, so many of us have actually, like, truly and literally and literarily grown up with. And so it's it was a little daunting to be like, everybody knows this guy. But what's cool is because it's a theatrical production, there's license to be different than any other
Right.
medium. And also it's like when you read a book, you have an image in your head of who this person is.
Right.
But everybody's is different.
Yeah.
So the innate theatricality of it sort of gives us license to be our own person. And what I love about him in the book, and I love about him in this play, because it's just a continuation of the story. He's that friend that has your back no matter what. And I think he's, in a lot of ways, somebody said this, I thought it was brilliant, because he's one of the most courageous, because he's probably the one who's the most scared. But he always steps up and always has the people,
Right.
all the people he loves. He
Right.
has their back all the time.
Right.
So that's it's just a kind of a glorious thing to get to do, and to be that person for all those for those people, for Hermione and his sister and Harry and all those people and their families. You know, it's wild to. I'm not a parent, but to be a parent, and what that means for the kids in the show, and also them having been the kids that we all grew up with,
Right.
but it's it's beautiful. There's a lot of it sort of sounds cheesy or trite to say it's a lot of heart, but it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons the show works so well, is
Yeah.
because it's all very genuinely filled with love, which is great.
It's a big, beautiful spectacle, and then it's also this big, beautiful human story.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic. So all 4 Mueller siblings have now been on the New York stage.
Hey!
Very exciting,
Yeah,
right?
I was the last one.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that because I was actually
showed up.
thinking.
They let me in for some reason. I don't know why.
I remember. So Jesse, of course. Well, first of all, Abby Mueller is your twin sister. You're twins.
Yeah, we're twins.
Who was first?
I'm the eldest.
You okay?
I'm the eldest.
I'm not. And Abby, actually, I'm seeing her tomorrow night. She's in
Yes, that's
6.
right. Yes,
You
you're seeing
knew
it
I was
tomorrow.
going tomorrow night.
Someone told me that you were seeing it tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Word gets around.
I can't reveal my sources.
And she's playing Jane Seymour, but not the actress Jane Seymour. The
Correct.
Correct.
Oh,
Not-
you know what's going on.
What?
Yes, very good. He's really excited and he knows what's going
6
on.
is coming to Broadway, of course,
yeah,
in the spring,
very exciting.
and you'll still be on Broadway. Maybe I don't know how long you're. Is
Um,
there gonna be overlap? Is it Mueller?
that's a good question.
And
yeah,
I think so. And
Harry Potter ain't going anywhere, y'all.
I hear maybe more Muellers coming next year. It might be maybe just all the Muellers.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just walk down the street corner. You might see a Mueller hanging out. You
Are
never know.
Jill and Roger just beside themselves at this all? I mean,
I think they're
both
usually,
actors,
they're
right? Your
usually
parents.
beside themselves. Yeah, they are. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're both there.
Yeah.
They've got a gig coming up. They're going to do something in San Diego or something like that.
Yeah, and then they made all these actor kids, and they're all getting work, and
Yeah,
that's amazing.
It's very cool. It's I have a great family. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's like I like them all.
So was everyone just insanely jealous about Jessie when she first had her moment? It was just like, Jessie.
Jesse. What's up with Jesse?
Like Marsha.
Marsha.
No, it was it was just such a wacky thing that I was still living in Chicago at the time.
Yeah, and she was discovered in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember the day she left. We were outside her apartment and she got in a big black car and drove away. Like some sort of sort of song, how appropriate.
You mean
no.
you were both living at home?
No, this was outside her apartment. I was
Okay,
we
okay.
come over to
Okay.
help put her suitcase
But
in the
she
car. And,
she put the sunglasses on,
say
got
goodbye
in
and
the limo,
cry.
and
Everyone was crying. You know,
Harry Connick was waiting for her.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, come on, Jess. I'm very tall. And no, but I very vividly remember her leaving. But it was all just incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
And I will never forget. I'll never forget going to see Clear Day.
On a clear day, you can see forever.
On a clear day, you can see forever. Seeing that show, and truly, I mean, anytime I see one of my siblings do what they do,
Yeah.
it's a joy, and it always blows my mind a little bit because there's always at least a little bit of something that's like, oh my gosh, like I have a pretty good idea of what you can do, but I didn't know you could do that. So I'm constantly surprised, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
I'd say that was definitely sort of like a proud grandpa moment when I saw her in Clear Day.
A proud grandpa
I
moment?
feel like it's how I feel. I feel like a proud grandpa. I sort of
Okay.
and
Andrew,
now
too?
that I say that out loud, I feel like I should explain it, and I don't really know how to explain it. But that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You know, it's overwhelming. You get very emotional. It's like known this person your entire life.
Yeah.
And then just to see them do what they do so fully and so amazingly is just a gift and a treat, and it never ceases to sort of amaze. It's
Now,
great.
if I were a producer, I'm not. If I had millions of dollars,
Yet.
no, I would produce like the Mueller Christmas special on
Extravaganza?
Broadway
Yeah.
with Abby and Andrew and Jesse and you, and you meet your parents.
Yeah.
Your dad's probably played Scrooge, hasn't he?
He's played. Hasn't
Hasn't he played all the great roles?
Cratchit. I was like,
Cratchit.
He's like, why can
Okay.
you not think of Cratchit's first name?
Bob.
Bob. Yes. It's not John. John Cratchit was Bob's brother, and he didn't make it. So,
Yeah, would that be fun though?
it would actually
Like
be
a
really fun.
holiday special?
We could do. I'm pretty sure we could cover all the characters in Christmas Carol.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
With or
We can do
without
it.
puppets, we could totally do it. I think.
Right. Okay.
It'd be great.
Well, Campbell Scott's doing it this year. Maybe next year.
With puppets?
I don't know, actually. You would do it definitely with
love to see.
puppets.
Well, I know that's been done, but like.
Are you a singer too? Do all the Muellers sing? Is there
Caveat,
levels?
Caveat.
Okay.
Yes. Some of you may or may not know that my sisters sing.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
I want them to do sideshow, but it hasn't happened.
I know, right?
I know. I keep bringing it up.
So
sorry.
yes, I do sing. I don't sing the way they sing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you could
I've when they
for
let
a
me
Christmas
do
special,
when
you
they
could
do
carry a tune with them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I usually do stuff when I usually have a guitar in front of me when I sing.
Okay.
So that's
a cool
little
look.
bit different.
Yeah.
It is. I think so. I've seen some pictures. It looks pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie. It's great.
And so has everyone come to see the show and seeing Harry Potter? Did they get tickets? It's hard to get tickets.
It is hard to get tickets. It's harder for me to get tickets. No, everyone has seen it at this point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, schedules are funky, but like everyone's
Of course.
seen
And you
it.
feel like,
and
I got here now too. I got it. I did it.
Well, it's like, it's still sort of like pinch me over. Like, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like even looking down at my sweater every once in a while, it's like, what? Really, truly. You know, I put on the wig and I'm not a ginger. I put on the wig and it's like, it's a cool thing.
Yeah.
It's a very cool
Oh,
thing.
wait, actually, don't we have this photo?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
the photo? That's
Yeah,
me.
we have a photo of that.
With my wand.
That Emilio took. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Look, I look magical.
photo.
Yeah, you do. The hair's good on you.
Like I'm in motion and you can't even tell.
Acting.
Hey, Caitlin, I know I'm
Yes.
hogging him. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, we do. So actually, one that I was going to ask kind of goes off of this, and so Jane wants to know what was
About
that
my sweater?
moment
More
like.
Jane Seymour.
Jane
Jane
Seymour
Seymour.
wants
The
to know about my
actress, the
sweater.
actress.
Wants to know about my sweater. Okay, Jane. Yes. What?
Jane wants to know what was it like for you, like when you first got like the wig and the costume on,
Yeah.
like what was that? What went through your head during that moment?
What went through my head was, oh my God, we're actually gonna pull this off.
Yeah.
Like really, and then I have a photo of James and myself because it was the first time Broadway's James Snyder, Mr. Excitement himself.
Crybaby.
Yeah, cry baby. If then you may have heard. There's no time to list it all. But when we saw each other because we share a dressing room,
Okay.
we're like we're joined at the hip. It's great.
Like
First time
sideshow. That's a sideshow
It's
thing.
like a sideshow.
You guys could do it.
We should do it.
Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
We hadn't seen each other yet, so when
obsessed.
we saw each other for the first time,
Oh, okay,
that
that's
was when it
fun.
was like, and we took a picture. So,
Harry and Ron have to have chemistry. It's important.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have to.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we do.
Did you audition with each other at all?
No.
Okay,
I
okay. They
I
just
I,
threw
ha-
you
I
together.
never met the man until the first day of rehearsal.
Yeah.
It's true.
He's a good guy.
True story. He's a great guy. He's a great roommate. Not gonna lie.
Cool.
So yeah, it was just that was like, oh, this is happening, and like,
happening?
And it was that you look like Ron. Cool, great, let's do it.
Success.
Yeah, you look like Ron.
And you get to do it also for these audiences that are like so pumped, right?
So pumped.
People go into that theater, so
They're so thrilled.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it really is unlike anything else in that regard. That they all. I mean, sure, you don't necessarily know what you're getting into because that's part of the fun of. There's a lot of things to be revealed in it, but they come in loving the characters.
Yeah.
So that's fabulous. Like it's you're on a good foot to start off with, which is great. Yeah.
what else, Caitlin?
Yeah, let's do one more question. And McKenna wants to know, kind of, again, going off that, she wants to know what was it like working with James and Jenny to kind of create the adult version of like the trio that is just so iconic and making that chemistry happen.
They're amazing. I love them to death. Jenny Jules is like a true soulmate. I am so blessed and thrilled and lucky to have her.
Oh, that's nice.
No, yeah, it's very cool. And again, I know I said like the team is amazing and has been since the get-go, but they put together an incredible group of people because it is a family. I mean, I spend more time with those people than anybody else in the city, and it could be an absolute nightmare, and it's not.
Right.
Like it's an incredible group of people, and not just that everybody's amazingly talented, and I mean, because especially at this point, I mean, we've had swings do all of their tracks, and step in for everybody, and everybody is incredible. It's really neat, and they keeps things exciting, and but no, yeah, those two especially. We're those three folks from the book, and it's a special thing in there. I mean, speaking of like people having your back.
Before Ron Weasley, what was your best role that I didn't see? What was like from childhood up? What was like the big major thing that everyone in the family still talks about?
That I did?
Yeah, yours.
No, I've gotten to play Black Stash a couple times. In Peter the Starcatcher.
I know.
And I
a great role.
adore that show. I love that role, but I adore that show. So that's been a treat getting to play that a bunch. One of my favorite things I've ever gotten to do is I got to do Dial M for Murder.
Ooh.
And play.
That started as a play, right? And then it was a
Yeah,
movie after.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a play. Yeah. Broadway used to have thrillers all the time.
I know.
You know?
I
You're into
like
that. Yeah.
that kind of like I mean, that wasn't Agatha Christie, but like that kind of thing. I love that stuff, and I got to play the bad guy, and it's maybe one of the most fun things I've gotten to do.
Cool.
It was quick. It was but I was like, oh yeah, this is great. But I mean, Ron Weasley. It's good.
This is
It's a good time.
Final question: how pumped are you for Patsy and Loretta?
I am
on
so
Lifetime?
pumped.
Your
There's
sister-
so much hair.
The
your
wigs.
sisters, the wigs,
And guitars.
We can't get over the wigs.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wait, your sister's Loretta, Patsy.
She's Loretta.
Loretta Lynn.
Loretta Lynn.
And Megan Hilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I think I
wigs.
actually get to see it October 7th or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Wig work.
Yeah.
Wig work.
Wig work.
There's wig
Speaking
work
of wig
happening
work, hey,
for a lot of the Muellers. Maybe Abby has a good wig tomorrow night in 6. I'm not sure.
you're gonna have to let me know.
I love the Muellers. You're all fantastic.
I love them
I haven't
too.
met
They're great.
Andrew yet, but Andrew, come in whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here.
I should have said he's right out there if you want to.
Come on in.
Hey everyone, if you can get in, I mean you can get in. Go see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child parts 1 and 2. You gotta do them both.
Gotta do them both.
The marathon days are a lot of fun, so make sure you.
We'll be there.
He'll be there. This guy will be there.
Absolutely.
At the Lyric Theater, correct?
Yeah.
They change the name sometimes, and I got to remind myself of the new. The Lyric Theater. Go see Harry Potter. Sorry,
As
Matt,
of right now, Harry Potter is at the Lyric Theater. Come see us.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Wesley Taylor and Alex Wise all about the upcoming Indoor Boys Season 3.